It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Nothing says football like scented soap.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, the cool temperatures of North Florida, the wintry North Florida is back today. And guess what? We found a place to hang out, Mandarin Ale House. I call it barstool weather, especially when it's cold outside, and we are atop the bar stools with Bud Light today as we do our little Bud Light build-up to Super Bowl 60, and we say, hey, thanks for all of y'all listening to us every single day as we talk ball, and if you want to drop on by and say hello, we'd love to see you. The Ale House, Mandarin Ale House, is just off of San Jose, south of 95, or 295, actually, and you can come on, enjoy a great lunch. You can order up a cold Bud Light. You can talk some ball. Super Bowl 60 as we get ready for it, fellas. But I tell you what, the temperatures went right back down to being cold. Suited and booted once again, Big Sirs, now in full Gator blue today.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, listen, I don't care about the Gator blue. I'm gonna stay warm. I'm gonna stay warm, absolutely. You know, I'm running up my jumpsuit sets are running out now. I'm having to flip flop and wash and rewash because that's all I got.
Oh,
that's all I
believe me.
got.
Yeah. This is the only wintry wear you have.
It is.
And look, thank God for the 1010XL white hoodie. Did it come in 3X for you?
It did.
But you haven't donned it.
I haven't.
Yeah, you need to rock that tomorrow.
Yeah, I may have to rock it.
Yeah,
okay. I may have to rock it.
But it's not suited, though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He's got to get it suited.
He wants the top and bottom.
No, I can wear it fashionably. You know, I got to be sexy wherever I go.
Yeah. But this is honestly the 1010XL white hoodie that Steve got us for probably Christmas gift one year. Anyway, it is one of the best pieces of 1010XL
It is true.
garb that you can have. It is awesome, and I wear it a bunch, that's for sure. All right, so come on by. We'll talk football with your Jaguars. Free agency, of course, is going to be the biggest topic for this football team. You just heard Jaguars today talk about it quite a bit, and we will get into it. We need to get into some NCAA talk as well, but we will also offer up plenty on Super Bowl 60 with some prop bets that we'll invite you guys in on a little bit later on. So Big Sirs heard what I said earlier, and Matt, I'm going to see if I can pull up the numbers because Mike had asked what the betting numbers were. Anyway, one of the props that I want to throw out there as a combo question today is over under 10.5, the first player to score. His jersey number, over under 10.5. What do you think, Big?
I'm going over. Because I can see Njigba scoring a touchdown right off the bat.
Okay.
First
so you
drive, down the field, touchdown.
Right. And by the way, I need to look at first TD score as far as what the number would be for him. It's probably pretty good as well. I have to check out Hard Rock Bet. But he's got a chance to be a non-quarterback MVP.
Could be.
Because of what he's been able to do so far this season. He has had a hell of a season. And it's thanks, of course, in large part to Sam Darnold, but also Clint Kubiak, who's on his way down to – where's he going? Is he going to Arizona? No, he's going to Vegas with the Raiders. And so Kubiak, I wonder how that's going to affect the job that he's doing this week. It always can get in the way a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time in college football when coordinators are doing two jobs because they have a head coaching job. Yeah, all the time. It affected Ohio State in the playoff this year.
Right.
You know, you've got a coach leaving for the USF job, and Ryan Day says, you know what? I'm going to start calling plays.
Right.
He hadn't called plays in 2 years. He's going to call plays for the playoff game out of the blue.
And by the way, I think you had made the point last year that he did come out after Chip Kelly. He took over Chip Kelly's play calling.
So he didn't take over the play calling. He kind of told Chip, this is where we need to go with the offense.
This is how we're going to do it.
More throwing the ball than running the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the head coach he's in a conundrum because I want somebody that's all in. I don't want somebody half-assing my job, thinking about another job when we're trying to win a championship. That's just me personally. And you can't fire him because that'll set off a firestorm, and that would be a distraction going into the big game.
Right.
But I just couldn't have a coach that's not all in on the biggest game.
And I guarantee you, Clint is convincing him that he's all in. But like just Matt, Matt just said, in the back of your mind.
Yeah, but if you're the head coach, you're side-eyeing him a little bit.
You might.
A little bit.
Yeah, and I totally get what you're saying. But the way the schedule works, there's only so much you can do. These guys need that next opportunity, just like Mike McDonald got to go from Baltimore to Seattle, and and it just so happens that this team's in the Super Bowl, coaching all the way to the final game.
But here's the problem: we get too much information because we get too much information because 30 years ago, this wouldn't have come out until after the Super Bowl.
Very true. Very true.
Then there wouldn't have been any distraction. It would have been in-house. They would have handled it in-house, accordingly. But now everybody's got information on everything.
There's too much out there.
Too much out there. Yes, too much out there.
We are definitely in a TMI world.
Too many clouds out there. Too many clouds.
Too many clouds.
We're in a TMI world. Look no further than Gio. We were just taking a look at some stuff on Instagram earlier, and it was the Greg Olson rap from back in his Hurricane days, and it was. Who like how does it?
I remember. Yeah,
you know exactly. What
I know what you're talking about. Oh my God. I mean, they were young team. They were young,
but I'm actually really surprised that hasn't come back to bite him.
Yeah.
That was some
that
interesting
happened
stuff.
20 years ago.
Exactly.
I get it.
If we had stuff that came out on us in college, we wouldn't be too proud.
I never did anything like that, bro.
Stop it.
That was
I didn't have cameras.
That you want to remember.
I didn't have cameras.
Was a little
flocking.
beyond risque, okay?
Yeah. But I didn't have cameras flocking
exactly,
to do my rap lyrics. That's why we might have done something.
Let's just say it most certainly was X-rated, okay?
Yeah. It's classic. Anyway, all right, so we got plenty to get into.
Now we got dudes all over the place searching their phones.
Of course they are.
Greg Olson.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. All right, so you guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Jump in with us with a little Super Bowl conversation. Seattle and New England, that line hovering right around 4.5, so we will definitely dig into it today. Bud Light reminding you get ready for the Super Bowl. Make sure you designate a driver wherever you're going. If you're coming here to the Ale House, they will have it set up, first come, first serve, and they will be ready to go with a bunch of fun for the Super Bowl. So, the college football news. Let's at least set it up coming up here, and we'll get into it in a few seconds. The two bigger names, and Trinidad Chambliss is the biggest of the two, but let's at least stay with two guys. Joey Smokes, as he's been nicknamed, Joey Aguilar for Tennessee, is seeking his 6th year of eligibility. Trinidad Chambliss also seeking his 6th year. Well, help me out, Matt, because it seems to me that Aguilar is a little further along in the proceedings because he's already gotten some kind of ruling that says is it an injunction?
So this is what's going on, and I wrote about this last week at USA Today.
Yeah.
And it's because there are no rules from the NCAA about player movement, because they allowed free player movement.
Right.
These players are not just judge shopping. Okay. Badiako is the one that everybody's talking about. Charles Badiako, the Alabama center, who played in the G League.
Yeah, basketball.
Literally played for an NBA team in the G League, got out, got back into college, and is playing for Alabama now because they judge shopped. He went to a judge in Tuscaloosa who put a temporary restraining order on the NCAA's eligibility clock is the best way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, big tide booster.
And, a big tide booster. And because of that, he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And now Trinidad Chambliss is trying to do it as well. They've now have it. They have the NCAA has denied his appeal, and they have a case pending in I think it's Chatham County. It's where Oxford is.
Okay.
Through a judge who, are you ready for this, is an Ole Miss grad and played quarterback at Northwest Mississippi Junior College. So what these people are doing now, and now it's Joey Aguilar, Tennessee. They got a Knoxville area judge, to give a temporary restraining order against the NCAA to allow him to play.
Right.
So now that's what players and agents are doing because they don't want to, or I should say, because there's more money where they are now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Aguilar is not an NFL guy. But Aguilar can make $3 or $4 million at Tennessee.
Exactly.
If he gets one more year.
This is the end of the road for him, and then he's going to go back to being Joey Smokes. He's going to be with the fire department.
I mean, he might be a practice squad guy for somebody. He's got a good arm, okay? You don't know. But he's not an NFL quarterback, okay? But he can get $4 million.
Yeah, in the name of Johnny Wolford, there's always an opportunity out there somewhere.
Yes. So I think Trinidad Chambliss is a little different. He wants to come back and play at Ole Miss because he wants to try and win a national title. He's a guy. I saw him on Mel Kiper's latest board. He was like the fourth rated quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's a slim quarterback draft this year, so he'll probably go in the 3rd or 4th round, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he could make $6 million from Ole Miss this year.
Right.
Why wouldn't he go to Ole Miss for one more year and make $6 million?
Right. Yeah.
Because he won't make $6 million in the 4th round.
No. So that's what these guys are looking at right now. This is what the NCAA has created with their free transfer rules. You can go anywhere you want any year, okay? And the private NIL and allowing private NIL.
Yeah, it's an entirely different financial landscape than what you went through or what anybody else went through. You chose to come back because you were playing for titles, which was an awesome experience for you, and you'll never regret that, right?
No, never,
yeah,
ever.
But it is a different landscape now, and just imagine if you'd have been able to go back with cash and ultimately try and win again, a natty or whatever it might be. And so in the case of Chambliss, he's like, man, I just got here. We're rolling. Now, not the same play caller, different staff. We'll find out how it goes. But based on – all right, let's just at least carry this over to the next because based on what Aguilar is hearing from either his lawyers or the judge.
Well, it's already been approved. The TRO's already been approved.
That's what I'm saying. Based on what he's hearing, it's positive for Trinidad Chambliss. So we'll carry that conversation over. All right, having a set up to the show. We want to get into some Super Bowl talk, but you guys come on by Mandarin Ale House right here on San Jose Boulevard, just south of 295. We would love to see you. If you are in this area, you know exactly what we're talking about, but drop on by, and you can enjoy a cold Bud Light. I already saw the boys pouring pints at 11:30 this morning. I salute you people. Okay, you Barstool weather
That's
people.
hardcore, man.
You got in here and you said, let's just go ahead and start our afternoon on a Thursday at 11:30. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle.
Our reward is that justice has been done.
Wherever there is injustice, you will find us. Wherever liberty is threatened, you will find
1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Listen up. It's your boy, Big Sirs, your lemon pepper guy, and we're in the red zone for the big game. And you know I don't play when it comes to Wingstop. Here's the play call. You're going to pre-order your wings by Saturday to beat the rush, spend $50 or more, and I'm going to help you score a free large ranch. Just add the large ranch to your cart and use promo code BIGGAME. And check out our Wingstop app or the wingstop.com. Spend just $50 on Wingstop pre-order by Saturday and add this large ranch, for your promo code is BIGGAME.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Explore the mind of a quarterback with our QB guru.
We want to take you into the lab so you can learn more about the science of quarterbacking.
Denny Thompson is the Quarterback Whisperer, driven by George Moore Chevrolet. Friday mornings on The Drill on 1010XL.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, celebrating our 49th annual Valentine's Day sale. Come see our hand-picked inventory of thousands of pieces of fine jewelry, diamonds, and gemstones. This Valentine's Day, we have big discounts with jewelry for any budget. And with interest-free financing, you'll get the jewelry you love with a monthly payment you can afford. Monahans will also give you cash for your unwanted gold or silver, or trade it in for new jewelry and get greater value. Monahan Jewelers Valentine's Day sale with big savings in our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
It all begins with Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, February 11th, and culminates with a Daytona 500 on February 15th. This week, you can win a pair of tickets to the Daytona 500. What driver won the 2025 Daytona 500? Text the driver's last name to 641-1010. What driver won the 2025 Daytona 500? Text the driver's last name answer to 641-1010 for a chance to win tickets to the Daytona 500, February 15th.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than with Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. This week, Prize Picks has a special max discount for the big game. Drake May needs just one passing yard for the max discount to win. Just add another player to your lineup, and if your picks hit, you cash in. It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payouts. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantley, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Thursday, restored by Rebound Rehab, with 12 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com, with numerous locations across the First Coast.
You can definitely check them out, that's for sure. We appreciate them and the entire crew. A team of physical therapists making sure you get back in the game. And it could be auto accident, sports injury, workers' comp, whatever it might be. Make sure you check out reboundrehab.com. That's for sure. All right, so we're going to talk Super Bowl. We're going to talk about the college situation with Aguilar and Chambliss and these guys, which we need to kind of finish up that conversation. Then I want to get into a little bit about the Devin Lloyd numbers. And the numbers come out from PFF, and it's an interesting conversation in terms of salary cap situation that Jacksonville is in, the ability to sign him to a long-term deal. And when PFF pumped out these numbers, they were lower than I think what a lot of us have been talking about. And who knows whether they're closer to hitting the bullseye in terms of what it'll take, but it's at least worth getting into. So we will do that coming up in a second. But Matt, let's just finish this conversation on Chambliss and what's going on with him, Aguilar. Just in terms of the courts. Aguilar's already, at least explain, Aguilar's already gotten over one big hurdle, and that's what Chambliss is trying to do right now.
That's what Chambliss is. I believe his thing is February 6th, tomorrow even. I think it's tomorrow, his court case. I'll have to double check on that. But that's what he's trying to do is he's trying to get a local judge. They're all judge shopping now.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a local judge to give him the temporary restraining order. And again, if your players – and you're looking at this strictly from a financial financial point of view, why wouldn't you do that?
Right.
Why wouldn't you? You're being allowed to do this, okay? Like there's no law that says you can't do this, so why wouldn't you do this? It's not. I mean, I'm not saying you should do this, or it's a good thing to do it.
Right.
I'm just saying it's out there now. It's completely out there now. So there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing NCAA can do about it. They're all judge shopping, and this is just the beginning. It's going to be more and more. It's not just with these 2 or 3 players. You're going to see this over and over and over until they get their arms and around this whole idea of eligibility, when the clock starts, when it ends, how many years you can play. Some coaches want 5 years to play 5 seasons. Other coaches still wanted 5 years to play 4.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're still going to deal with people coming from junior colleges or using medical mishaps, medical injuries to want more years. So They have to at some point be able to get their arms around the idea of this is the framework. This is the amount of years you have, and that's it. Now, can they do that without someone trying to sue them? And the quick answer is no.
Right.
They can't. They could say, look, if you sign a scholarship paper, that means your timeline is you get 5 years to play 5 seasons, period. End of discussion, right? They can say that.
Yeah.
They can say you can still transfer whenever you want, but once the 5 years is up, it's up. It doesn't. Now that means you can't get a medical exemption. You can't get my grandmother passed away and it affected me for the entire season. None of that.
Yeah.
You just get 5 seasons, right? Now, that's not going to stop people from going to court and trying to get.
I was going to say I'm rolling the dice and say I'm rolling the dice and say that'll never fly.
Yes.
So money.
You know why it'll never fly? Because they're not employees. Once they're employees, all of this garbage ends.
You can mandate.
Yeah. So money is the equalizer, is what you're telling me when it comes to this. Because at what point do we say an 18-year-old going up against a 25-year-old is not right or not fair to the game? Because you're talking about two different developed people. You're talking about someone out of high school, someone who's been in the game, is seasoned, experienced, weight room-wise, mental-wise, film-wise, condition-wise. When does that become an imbalance?
This sounds a lot like a Miami guy complaining that Indiana.
Not at all. See, I'm trying to make a point.
So let me say this to you. So honestly,
I'm saying money is the equalizer.
Here's how I would answer this, okay? And you guys have heard me say this over and over and over. The one thing that always sticks with me every single year at the end of the season is when the team that wins it is up on that stage and they're celebrating. You look at that team, it's grown men, all of them. And that's how you know you've got like a legit championship team. So I wouldn't throw Indiana into that.
Here's the reason why I said that, because when I came out of college, I was first-team All-American, 3-time national championship. When I went into the league my rookie year, there was a comparable difference between how I was developed as a rookie and a guy that's played 6-7 years in the league.
Of course.
So I had to grow up fast. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I had to grow up fast. I'm going against grown men now.
I think that I understand what you're saying, and there's definitely an argument to that. I think the bigger argument, if you're looking to go down that type of avenue, is the more you give these guys more seasons, high schoolers are paying for it. High schoolers aren't getting scholarships.
They're getting the shaft now.
So that's kind of the question is, the more of these, and it's not even really, if you think about it, it's not even just giving them extra seasons. It's the more these guys have free player movement. The coaches aren't even going into high schools anymore.
Yeah, that's
some
disgusting.
high schools, they don't even go there anymore.
Yeah. All right, so here's the other part of this, because this is the part I can't quite figure out. And we have had high school coaches saying, hey, they are not coming on our campus. Saban, in the day, would take a helicopter from Tuscaloosa to Sandalwood or Bowles or wherever, and he'd land it, and he'd try and lasso a
that was
five-star
Kirby.
recruit.
That was Kirby.
Well, they all did it. But Nick did it at Sandalwood in particular is the one I'm thinking of, but they all did it. And so it was such an unbelievable thing. It was the coolest thing ever, and the kid was obviously soaking up the spotlight, all this kind of stuff. So they're still offering the same number of scholarships, are they not? They're just doing it through the transfer portal as opposed to signing
it's
a
unbelievable
25-player class.
You know what college football's become? It's the money is fungible, the scholarships are fungible. It doesn't matter. They're just moving everything around is all they're doing.
Yeah, and they are.
Players are going from team to team. Money's going from player to player.
Like we
everything
said.
is just literally getting moved around. That's all it is.
And the player is getting hosed. The young player.
The young player is getting hosed, yes.
It'd be like you sticking around, Big Sirs. When did you go in the first round? How old were you?
I was 22.
22?
22 years old.
Okay, so just say another year, and you'd be 23, 24.
Here's another thing.
The average age of the Indiana Hoosiers that beat your cane.
Oh, come on, man.
Average age.
Here's another thing that really is not being said right now, and I have no idea why, okay? When was the last time somebody was academically ineligible in college football?
I've been bringing it up a ton.
These guys go from school to school, okay?
We don't hear it. We don't
they
even
go
hear
from
about
school to school where these universities don't all have the same academic track. They have different ways of giving credit hours, and these guys just continue to play every single year after year now.
Okay,
and they're going school to school.
I will, at least from, it was either a Ross Dellinger story or one of the guys, one of your cohorts that cover college football across the country, and they did write a story that Trinidad Chambliss's transcripts were not vibing with the admissions office in Tennessee. He had to sit and had to go work out at whatever, a local gym.
At Ole Miss, you mean?
Yeah, at Ole Miss. This is when he left Ferris State. His transcripts from Ferris State to Ole Miss weren't jiving with the admissions office, and he had to sit on the sidelines, could not go into the facility, couldn't work out there, had to work out at a local place, and basically it was hey, come on, man. These classes are admissible, so on and so forth, and they ended up finally accepting it. But that's the only time that I've read anything that had anything to do with academic eligibility.
Accepting, air quotes, accepting.
But I guess the only reason I bring it up is because it actually took a little bit of time for them to say, yeah, well, you can do it.
It's amazing to me that the two greatest sins of the NCAA 5 years ago, the two greatest sins in the NCAA playbook, gambling and academic ineligibility, academic fraud.
Yeah.
And they're both just rampant right now. Rampant.
Yeah, it's a different.
And I'll throw a third in there, paying players. So those three things, those three things literally could get you like could get a coach a show cause for 10 years.
Yeah.
Or a player kicked out of school. And now they're all three embraced like it's nothing.
Well, show cause, you would think, with what Dabo had to say about what Ole Miss was doing, that Pete Golding was texting a dude when he was in class, not just on campus, not just moved there, in class.
Yeah.
And they were still texting. And there's now obviously other ones that have come out more on that. And then apparently what's going on down at LSU that this new committee or whatever is looking into has to do with basketball as well as it has to do with football. In the name of Will Wade, they're still trying to get it done down there in Baton Rouge.
Remember, I mean, that was what? That was 2020 probably, I think that was when that was?
Will Wade was the guy the FBI was investigating
at LSU
for money being
or
moved.
2019 maybe.
Yeah, it was 2020. Yeah, but he was on
the strong ass offer.
Yeah, on a wiretap with those words, and he ended up keeping his job for a while, and then finally being run out of there. So yeah, it's Wild Wild West as we've described it accurately, but at the same time, this show cause, there's no such thing as a show cause anymore. Can there be?
Yeah, I mean they do it, but they do it like Harbaugh's a 10-year show cause, but he's not. Doesn't matter. He's in the NFL now.
Right. But if there were,
they'll do it, but it doesn't. Schools will still hire these guys. All it means is you have to prove to the NCAA why you're going to hire them.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to get they're not going to be able to recruit. They won't be able to go out on the road recruiting, things
less
like that.
Less visits on campus, that kind of stuff. Yeah, however they want to do it. Anyway, it's just a bit of a sham. And I don't even know why we're going down the road trying to figure out whether or not these guys are going to be eligible, because when it's all said and done, at least I believe they're going to be eligible. They're going to get that 6th year because that's just the way our college sports world is working these days. At least that's my gut.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly how it's working.
Yeah, they're going to say no to a period, then they're going to go to the appellate courts and take it as high up as they need to in the right district.
All they need to do is go to a local judge that will approve it. Once they approve it, they get that restraining order. That's it.
Yeah.
The NCAA's not going to take it further than that.
No. All right. Let's get into the Devin Lloyd discussion coming up here in just a second. As far as the numbers, at least what PFF is pumping out, whether or not this guy could be looking at an offer sheet from the Jaguars as free agency is set to open to where he could be in a position to say, hey, I'm staying here in Duval. So let's get into that. At least we got one comment from him coming out from his visit recently, and at least it's an idea financially that Jacksonville could keep one of their best players that came out of the blue, Big Sur. Isn't it safe to say, in honor of your big blue suit, he came out of the blue this year as a defensive playmaker. And anyway, we'll throw the contracts numbers at you coming up in just a bit. We're hanging out at the Mandarin Ale House. It's right here on San Jose, just south of 295. Bud Light building up to the weekend. You can definitely look forward to the Super Bowl here with Bud Light buckets and anything else. Of course, the zingers, everything else is outstanding. Make sure you drop on by this Mandarin Ale House or any of the other ones if you are out and about.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay and Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff Menard and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and this month I want to talk to you about welcoming the winds of change in your life. But so often, when we see the winds of change coming our way, our immediate response is to fight it. Friends, when you see things in your life changing, when the winds of change are coming your way, don't fight it, but embrace it. Recognize that God is stirring you up so that you too can soar like an eagle.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Ticket here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus, straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Thursday, restored by Rebound Rehab, with 12 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com, with numerous locations across the First Coast.
Hanging out in Mandarin. Love getting over here on the San Jose Boulevard, south of 295. That's where the Mandarin Ale House is. Right, the cornerstone or centerpiece of this plaza. You can drop on in, enjoy some of those delicious zingers, wings, the pot stickers. It doesn't matter. They're all good. And, of course, you can load up with that, a cold Bud Light as well, as we are hanging out. Joe C., Matty Hayes, check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Big Sirs, the Hurricane Hall of Famer, and JJ running the shop back there at the HQ. So let's talk Devin Lloyd. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what PFF is saying. Now, first off, high praise, Big, for Devin Lloyd. If you're looking at PFF, and you can look at anybody's interpretation of who the best free agents are out there right now. This is their ranking, the best going into 2026. At the top, they have George Pickens as their Trey Hendrickson as their number one free agent that's available. We can get back into the discussion with him a little bit later on. George Pickens, number 2. 3 is Tyler Linderbaum of the Baltimore Ravens, and 4 is Devin Lloyd. So before we look at the numbers, are you surprised by that? That's a hell of a reclamation project from him this year.
I mean, he had a hell of a season, bro. I mean, they didn't pick up his options. He bet on himself, and he won. They had the little spat in there where he was injured, where he had to make a comeback. But, man, he had 5 interceptions in the game. I mean, he totally
5 interceptions for the season.
the season. Yeah. I mean, he totally resurrected his career. And, I mean, he doesn't owe the Jaguars anything, to be quite honest with you. I mean, he doesn't. He really doesn't, because if they wanted to sign him to a long-term deal, they would have signed him before the season started. Now that the season's over and he had all this success,
that coaching staff did kind of find a way to get it out of him.
Yeah, they unlocked him.
So, I mean, I don't know if he doesn't know them anything. I understand what you're saying in the construct of negotiating a deal. I get that.
Let me tell you what his agent is saying to him. I'm telling you because I lived it. I'm telling you, his agent is telling him, you don't owe them anything. We're asking for this amount of money.
I understand that. Yes.
We're asking, and listen, the players caught in the middle because, first of all, he's emotionally attached to the team and the players and the organization. He understands that he flourished in this defense.
Right, and he's probably attached to the system, too.
Yeah, attached to the system. But that's the one thing you got to see. The one thing the Jaguars may try to do to him in negotiations is tell his agent when he's asking for this astronomical number, listen, if he wasn't in this system, he wouldn't have the same success. The proof is in the pudding for the last 4 years he was here.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's going to be a negotiation tactic.
I don't know how you don't, I don't know how anyone doesn't see that.
That's going to be a negotiation tactic. They're going to be saying, listen, you saw how he played the first 4 years. He was in this system. He flourished. So if he goes anywhere else, good luck.
Yeah. I do get that logic. And if I'm Jimmy Gladstone's, I'm sitting across the table from the agent. I'm pointing that out. And here's what PFF has pointed out. And this is high praise, and it has a lot to do with the system and the player. There isn't anybody else, according to their metrics, that is in the top 10 at that position in run defense, coverage, and pass rush grades. That means what? He's doing everything very, very well.
Putting in work.
And he wants to get paid. So I get the feeling your first hunch, Big Sirs, is that he's going to test the market. Totally agree with you that it makes sense. Why the hell wouldn't you test the market? But they put out a number of 3 years, $48 million. Okay, so that's 16 per. Double that guaranteed, about $32.5 million guaranteed. So that's the numbers that they put out, which aren't bad numbers.
No.
When you compare the franchise tag of 27, which is insane, they ain't going to do that, and you look at an average of around $16 million, dude, that's doable.
What's the franchise tag? How much?
27.
27?
Yeah, that's huge, nasty cash.
27?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for
27 per?
Yeah, no, the franchise tag is just a 1 year deal.
1 year, 27.
Yeah, and so you just basically have to pay the freight on that and then hope you get another longer term deal done. But if you get a 3 year, $48 million done all day long, and all right, here's his quote.
Yeah.
And all right. Devin Lloyd, quote, prefers to stay in Jacksonville. He's had no talks with the team yet about the future, open to focus on the Pro Bowl before free agency ramps up. That was what he had to say going into that game.
Okay.
And so we'll find out whether or not, I'm going to try and find the other quote that I was looking for, whether or not he means it when he says, I'm willing to listen to what Jacksonville has to say.
Yeah, he means it. Yeah, I mean, but there's two different conversations going on. One with what the Jaguars are telling him, one is what his agent is telling him.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, he's just got to make a decision on whether
they can't afford him, man.
I'm looking at that number.
I mean, if he's asking for, if that number's 25, just keep him for 1 year.
No.
He's like Clancy, he's going to be asking for what?
Well,
20.
Like I'm saying, just get away from that. Think of the longer term deal.
No, I get that, but he knows he'll probably get 20 from someone. Someone will give him 20.
Dude, there's only one big money guy that's out there right now. His name's Fred Warner, playing that position. And so it's not a given that he's going to have this mad cash thrown his way. It's just not.
Did you think it was a given that Christian Kirk would have the mad cash thrown his way?
No, but it came down to there weren't enough other wide receivers, and there may not be enough enough other linebackers that you could pit against him in a bidding battle when it comes to a free agent contract. But there just isn't a whole lot of money out there. Devin Bush is another guy that's graded pretty high. His number, as far as PFF is concerned, is lower than what Devin Lloyd is getting. They have him as the 8th best available free agent.
He's also a little older than Devin Lloyd, too.
Yeah, and Lloyd's coming in off of 4 years of football and his second contract. Devin Bush is, at the very least, been around a little bit, but now he comes in, he plays with the Browns, and he plays pretty well. And so...
Well, if you're Devin Lloyd, bro, this is your knock him over the head contract.
Yes.
You're not going to get another one.
You get one. Yes.
You get one.
You get one.
This is it.
I believe you get two. If you're good, if you're good.
So if it's
rare.
So how old is Devin Lloyd right now? 24, 25, 26?
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Okay, so this contract is going to go to like maybe, let's say 30. He turned 30-ish.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be in the market for another bit, maybe a 2-year deal, but not
27 right now.
27, yeah.
Yeah, he's 27.
He'll be 28 in October.
Okay, he'll be 28 in October. So, yeah, this has got to be his knock him over the head contract.
This is it, man.
I agree with you with this one being the biggest, but I'd still believe if you play well,
you still make
the way the league
afterwards,
goes right now, you can make two very nice contracts.
You get a 3-year deal. He'll be 30 at that point. I don't know if he's going to get another one.
I do.
He could steal 2 more years.
At the 30 years of age. Yes.
Trust me, I could have stole 3 and I didn't take.
So I think it comes down to how do you feel about Jack Kaiser if you're the organization? Do you feel like he's a guy that can step in there and be a similar type player? How do you feel about Bashal Tootin? Do you feel like he could be a guy that can step in there and be a similar? That's what they're coming down to right now. That's the decision they're looking at.
Well, it's funny because
who do you feel better about of those guys you drafted last year? Who do you feel better about moving into a significant role?
Yeah, and if we play it the way that they played it, and you can look at importance of position or just a guy basically locking down a spot. They did not know what they were going to do with Travis Etienne contractually post this season. They had already had the option picked up on him, and then Devin Lloyd, they didn't pick up his option. So both of these guys were playing for contracts. And what did they do? To your point, Matt, they started inserting Bashal Tootin into the lineup because they wanted to see what he had going forward for the future and make a decision. Etienne had him a hell of a year. Bashal definitely offered what looks like a lot of promise at that position. And then you throw in LaQuinn Allen. You go to Devin Lloyd's position. He was battling Ventrell Miller basically through training camp.
Yeah.
Once he won that job, he locked that job down.
He did.
He did. Ventrell did not play that poorly when he was when Devin was hurt
too. Nearly as
didn't
much.
Didn't play as productively. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that is a huge plus for him.
But we also have to think about this too. We have no idea what they're doing with Foye Oluokun.
No.
No idea. They might cut him loose.
Right. They may.
And look,
if that's the case, you've got to keep Devin.
Okay,
Lloyd.
I want to get into the dead cap money coming up here in just a second because that's another thing. If you figure out what you're going to do, right now they're not in salary cap hell, but they're right there in purgatory right now. Right. So we'll get into it coming up in just a second. Hanging out at the Mandarin Ale House right here on San Jose Boulevard. Come on by. You can always enjoy a delicious lunch. Buckets of Bud Lights. They will certainly be featured on Sunday when you get ready for this, or when you are enjoying the Super Bowl. So drop on by and say hey.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Follow the JU Dolphins on 1010XL.
JU travels to Charlotte for a conference clash against Queens. Dolphins Royals. Tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than with Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. This week, Prize Picks has a special max discount for the big game. Drake May needs just 1 passing yards for the max discount to win. Just add another player to your lineup, and if your picks hit, you cash in. It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even more if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payouts. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 5th, 1989, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the first NBA player ever to score 38,000 points.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit HollisPools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Bob Hayes was once considered the world's fastest human. He was an Olympic gold medalist who would then have an 11-year Hall of Fame career as a wide receiver. For a time, he held the world record for the 70-yard dash and is tied for the world's second fastest time in the 60-yard dash. Bullet Bob is the only athlete to win an Olympic gold medal as well as a Super Bowl ring. And he's the second Olympic gold medalist to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm RJ Saunders, and this Black History Month profile is brought to you by Instant Keys, fast professional locksmith service.
Hi, I'm Leslie Weed, founder of the Heal Foundation, helping enrich autistic lives. Thanks to the players, we're funding programs and services for individuals affected by autism and related disabilities. 33 days until the players.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, celebrating our 49th annual Valentine's Day sale. Come see our hand-picked inventory of thousands of pieces of fine jewelry, diamonds, and gemstones. This Valentine's Day, we have big discounts with jewelry for any budget. And with interest-free financing, you'll get the jewelry you love with a monthly payment you can afford. Monahans will also give you cash for your unwanted gold or silver, or trade it in for new jewelry and get greater value. Monahan Jewelers Valentine's Day sale with big savings in our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Thursday, restored by Rebound Rehab, with 12 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com, with numerous locations across the First Coast.
Say thanks to reboundrehab.com. You can definitely enjoy getting back to full health. If you work with their team of physical therapists, you can definitely know that they've got them on really any one of their locations ready to serve you with a regimen when it comes to exercising. You can take the app home with you, and you can work out at home and get back to full strength. We are hanging out here full strength at the Mandarin Ale House. Right next to the Mandarin Ale House is Trader Joe's. That is one busy son of a gun, okay? They come flying in and out of there, man. And they
you could lose your foot.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. They ain't playing. They're going in there. They're shopping it up. Are you one of those guys that does that, Big Sirs?
You a Trader Joe's guy?
I've never been.
No? Okay.
You've never been to Trader
I've
Joe's?
never been to Trader Joe's.
Really?
No.
It's an experience.
Is it?
It's kind of like
is it like Buc-ee's?
You can say it's a regular grocery store.
Okay.
You could say it's like the grocery store of Buc-ee's. It's not like huge, but it's got all kind of strange things that you're like, oh, I'll try that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I'm a Publix and Winn-Dixie guy, but those types of places, yeah, they come flying in there, man. They ain't playing. They are not playing. All right, so we were just talking about the salary cap just a little bit earlier, and it's going to go up over the $300 million mark, and I'm looking to see if I can find my numbers. It is crazy how much it has
It's over $300 million, right?
Yes, yeah, over $300 million.
Right.
And so if you think about where it was not that long ago, it has gone up considerably. It's going to help a team like Jacksonville, who's right near the bottom of the order in terms of available cap space. Tennessee has got a ton of cap space that they're going to be able to work with. So inside the division, you're going to have other teams that are going to be spending money like Tennessee to try and lock up some of these big free agents. But Jacksonville's got to be smart. If they are going to give Devin Lloyd a deal like that, they got to make some other decisions. Now, back to what you said about Christian Kirk. He broke the bank. He was the highest paid receiver that one year when he came in because Trent Baalke had to throw money at him to basically get him to come to Jacksonville. But now they've been smarter. They've cut some dead cap money, but they still have some of that to deal with.
Well, here's the thing. I of course, I would like Devin Lloyd to be here, but when it comes down to the defense, the areas of importance, where does linebacker rank? Because interior D lineman, pass rusher, outside pass rusher, lockdown corner. Then I would say linebacker.
So I don't disagree there, but I will say this. I think there's something to be said for a guy who's been in that locker room now for 4 years and 5 years. And everybody knows him. He's really well liked. He's playing at the top of his level, at his ceiling right now.
Yeah, 4 years because this is he didn't get the 5th year.
Right, he didn't get a 5th year. Right. So 4 years. He's a guy that's really well liked by the team. He's playing at his elite level right now. And now you're just going to say, no, you got to go. I'd see that. To me, you say it all the time. You got to take care of the guys in your locker room.
You're right. You're right. You got to feed your family first.
Especially on the first year. If it was like a second deal for him.
Yeah.
If he was a guy who was 30 and was playing really well, and you had to make a decision, then that's different.
Yeah.
But if he's a guy now going into his second contract, you're going to let a second contract guy walk away? I don't know that you can do that.
Okay, so here's some other numbers I want to throw at you guys. And this, like we had a little bit of a discussion yesterday about where Trent Baalke would rank because he, or maybe a greater appreciation for Trent Baalke and some of the decisions that he made when we did our I Was Wrong Wednesday. It was suggested that we might have been wrong about Baalke. Well, the thing is he signed too many free agents that were too costly, and he reached for guys in a crucial time when you had seriously good draft capital that you did not need to waste, and he reached for them. So here's the dead salary cap hits for this year. Tyson Campbell cost $19.5 million. Okay, $19.5 million. Gabe Davis cost $14.5 million. Darnell Savage, do you remember him? He's still $6 million on the books in terms of dead cap money. You can go down the line. There's a handful of other guys that don't cost nearly as much, but those are the big boys. And not to mention the guys that haven't. Do you remember Javon Foster? What round was he in? Was he a 4th rounder? Jordan Jefferson was a 4th rounder. Tank was a 3rd rounder, and
those are like critical guys, man.
Tyler Lacey.
Golly.
Now Lacey's still here, but anyway, DeAndre Prince is gone.
Those are prime picks. Those 3rd and 4th round picks.
Yeah, dead cap money.
They're the meat and potatoes of your team, supposed to be. If you develop them right.
Right. And so the Laceys, the Princes, the Bigsbys of the world, all those guys, they don't count a ton. But if you add all those guys up, from Colin Saunders to Foster, Jefferson, Bigsby, Lacey, Prince, and Robinson, that's another $1.5 million. And so those are the things that you absolutely heck, Colin Saunders, I take that back. He was $1.86 million worth of dead cap money for this year. So and that wasn't a Baalke decision. Let's make that clear.
That was a Jimmy Gladstone decision.
And look, Jimmy hit on 2 or 3 really good either late free agent acquisitions or the actual free agent signings that came early. So I'm not dogging.
Do you have a total number of dead cap money then?
I'm not dogging Jimmy right now. I had it earlier. I was just looking for it. But anyway, they're 3rd from the bottom. Okay, so it's quite a bit of dead cap money. They're projected right now 21.99, let's call it $22 million, over the 2026 salary cap. And so we're going to find out whether or not they massage some numbers.
That's enough to sign like 4 or 5 really good college football players.
Yeah. That's what it would take in a college football roster. But you're dealing with a minimal amount right there in terms of what you can do and maneuverability-wise. So if they do something with Devin, it's going to have to be cap-friendly for the first year and maybe back-end it a little bit if he does get, like you're saying, a 3-year deal or something like that at 27 years of age.
Well, here's the reason why you got it. Although his importance on the defense, I think, is not in the front row, but he's an impactful player. And you can't let impactful players off your team. You just can't do it. 5 interceptions, what he's done, tackle for losses, strips, all that kind of stuff. You can't impactful players on your team. You've got to keep on your team somehow. You got to move and maneuver them and find a way to keep them on your team.
Although, I mean, we say this, but Tyler Lindenbaum's been in the Pro Bowl twice now. Is that right? Mm-hmm. They're letting him go.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
So, I mean, it happens across the league when you've got to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's going to come down to what do they think of Ventrell Miller, that whole group. Ventrell Miller, Kaiser, and Aluakon.
Okay,
because you don't know what you're going to do with Aluakon either.
But think about this. You're 13-4. You're close. You're going to be a title contender for the AFC.
I'm with you on this, yes.
You can't afford science projects.
Yes, I'm with you on this. I agree. I think your window is right here.
Yes.
So if your window is right here, you do what the Rams do. You do what the good teams do. They find a way to keep your good players.
I mean, those guys that you just mentioned, Kaiser, Ventrell Miller, they're science projects.
Right. If that means
you got to prove a commodity.
Yes, I agree. Okay, if that means Trevor's got to give up money, if that means Josh Hines Allen's got to give up money, you got to go to them and ask them.
Right. They may do that, but like in terms of the Rams, they had bigger names that helped them win a Super Bowl. Then they say goodbye to them. So they were also.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and they're still every year playing to get to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. They surrendered draft picks to get players that they wanted. They got those players that they wanted, and then they said goodbye to them. Never was going to say goodbye to Matt Stafford, but they didn't hesitate to say goodbye to Jalen and get something for him.
And then you know what? They find Puka Nacua in the 5th round.
Yeah, exactly. And
so it's a combination of finding guys that most people don't see in the draft, and it's also okay. Let's look at our window where we are. Let's pay these guys.
Well,
because like Leon said, these are proven commodities. I don't want what you call them science projects.
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I do love that. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's keep it rolling. We head into the 1 o'clock hour. Mandarin Ale House, just south of 295 on San Jose Boulevard. You know, if you're in Mandarin, you know exactly where we are. Plenty of others you can drop on by, especially in this cold weather outside, barstool weather inside. Drop on by. Cold Bud Light, maybe some zingers, whatever you are into. Drop on by and say hello to XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
They're going to sack him again. Josh Allen got him again. Back at the 42-yard line. And the career sack leader for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Josh Allen.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Because this message is for you. ET here on behalf of Blue Chew. And when it's all on the line, and when the moment counts, make sure that when you shoot, you don't miss. And Blue Chew tablets got you covered. Blue Chew provides access to chewable tablets that help you feel and perform at a high level with stronger results and longer lasting performance. With a simple, discreet process so you don't have to worry about the nosy neighbors because they're in everybody's business. No waiting rooms, no awkward appointments. Just fast-acting chewables delivered straight to your doorstep. And guess what? I got a special deal for our listeners. Get your first month of Blue Chew on me. Just pay $5 in shipping. Just use promo code 1010XL at checkout and cover them $5 for shipping again. That's promo code 1010XL and your first month of Blue Chew is on me. Head over to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. Then just chew it and do it.
This is Joe C, and if you haven't tried out Hard Rock Bet yet, there's no better time than right before the big game. New signups can double their winnings on their first 10 bets. That's right, your winnings are doubled on your first 10 bets. If you would have won $100 on your bet, make it $200. Now that's how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Don't wait, all the details are at Hard Rock Bet. Download the app. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
1010XL and Instant Key celebrate Black History Month by highlighting African Americans who positively impact the First Coast. I'm RJ Saunders. Listen for Black History profiles all month. Brought to you by Instant Keys. Fast, reliable, honest locksmith service.
There's joy in every RV journey. Your journey starts at the Jacksonville RV Mega Show, Thursday, February 5th through Sunday the 8th at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. It's Northeast Florida's largest RV show with hundreds of RVs on display with lifestyle booths. Adults $10, kids under 12 free. Seniors get $1 off Thursday. Military and first responders get $1 off every day. Thursday through Saturday from 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. The Jacksonville RV Mega Show at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When it's game time, make feeding the crowd easy. Chicken Salad Chick serves fresh Southern-style chicken salad, flavorful sides, and crowd-favorite catering trays. Order ahead at chickcatering.com or visit one of 4 area locations today.
Tara Lagaman for Local Fair Jacks. It's our go-to for local produce, eggs, and meat. You pick exactly what you want each week online, straight from local farmers. And knowing where your food comes from matters. Visit localfairjacks.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
If your home doesn't have a fireplace, CSS can install a beautiful electric or gas fireplace from Heat & Glow with no major remodel required. See their showroom or CSSOutdoor.com for a free estimate. CSS, you dream it, we build it.
Valentine's Day is sweet, but let's be honest, your septic tank wants attention too. Because when it gets ignored, it doesn't sulk, it causes problems, big ones. That's why Duck Rooter, the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, is rolling out the Show Your Septic Some Love promotion. Right now, get $50 off septic tank pumping when you book by February 28th. Give your septic a little love now so it doesn't make a big scene later. When you start, call the Duck, 904-862-6769, duckrooter.com.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Peterbrook, your neighborhood chocolatier. Following 18 straight sold-out games at the Swamp, fans can now place a deposit for the 2026 season for Florida Gators football and be a part of the Coach Summerall era. Games will be featured, such as South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Vanderbilt. 48 degrees at 102. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Thursday, restored by Rebound Rehab, with 12 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
In the minds of some of our fans, comes across thoughts on the text line, and it says no one needs $50 million plus a year, referring to Trevor Lawrence's contract. He's got to give up some money. I would challenge anybody, including the texter, if you had $50 million plus per year, would you be willing to give up some of it to make sure someone else gets paid? Easy to say, harder to do.
Well, he's not giving it up, sort of say. I mean, when you restructure his deal, he's just taking cash up front. Yeah,
I get that part of it, but it is kind of funny. It's like you've given us the rule. Yeah. I can't remember it verbatim, but don't be talking about someone else. Don't
put your hand in nobody else's pocket now.
Not only that, he's playing the premier position. Like the things those guys go through, have to learn the pressure both to win, to be the locker room leader, excuse me, to go every single play of every single game, knowing where everybody is on the field every time they're on the field. Mm-hmm. There's so much going on with those guys from pre-snap all the way to the end of the play. Every single play of the game, they're in there.
Bro, but before we even get to the game, the week he's got to be in tune.
Yes.
From 6 in the morning to 10 p.m.
Yes. But believe me, if you have an elite quarterback, they're worth every $50 million you want to pay him every year.
And the other good thing about his contract is
they get killed.
He did it as however they couched it description-wise, but an extension, which allowed them to maneuver some of the money. And this is where you can give Balky some credit, because we were complaining about all the dead cap money that he, because of some of the signings he had, still is on the books. The cap figure for Trevor this year is $24 million. That's favorable as hell.
That is favorable.
So he doesn't necessarily need to restructure for him from a cap figure point of view. The other guys might, and we'll look at some of the other ones, but next year his cap hit is 35. The following year is 47 million. It balloons in 2029 to 78.5 million, which is kind of the numbers that you've been hearing with the Dak Prescotts and a handful of those other cats. Sky high numbers.
Right. Here's another thing too: is now it's easier for Shad Khan to say, okay, I'll restructure and give you money up front. Like, because we all say, oh, just restructure. But that means Shad's got to come with money out of his pocket and give it to him.
Yeah.
Without any kind of performance. He's just giving him millions. So now it's easy because now he sees what he's got.
Yeah.
Now he sees what he's got with Liam Cohen and this coaching staff. Okay, now I'm okay to give him whatever, 20, 30 million up front. If he's gonna help us with the cap down the road.
Yeah, and the other thing, just kind of getting back to our discussion that we had before, in terms of finding talent. If this regime, and we just used the example of ETN and Devin Lloyd, they gave guys behind them a chance, either in training camp, in the case of Ventrell Miller, battling Devin Lloyd to maybe win over that starting job. Lloyd won it and played his tail off. The other guys at the running back position, they said, hey, we may not have ETN in this uniform next year. You guys are going to be given an opportunity to step up and see what you can do. And I got to believe Jimmy Gladstone's and company is going to do the exact same thing with a handful of other spots. Parker Washington, he's going to get another contract, but he also is an affordable cat that was found in the later rounds. That's a bulky check mark for going and getting Parker Washington later in this draft. Look what he's turned into with really good coaching on the offensive side.
Fell into his lap.
Give Edgar Bennett and some of those guys credit.
Somebody fell into his lap.
Yeah.
Now you got to give him that one. Now that Parker Washington, that was hell of a
easily. I could easily have seen Dougie Peterson slamming his fist down for that one. Yes.
Look, we talked about it before. Brenton Strange has turned into a decent player. It looks like he could be a very reliable, physical tight end at the line of scrimmage that can block, and he can be an inline guy and still show some speed and ability to make big plays down the field. And then we all know what Parker was able to do this year. So keep going. Jimmy Gladstone's proved that you can find the Puka Nakuas in the 5th round, the Kyron Williams later in the draft, like that Les Snead-led front office did in L.A. They had, honestly, way too many examples of guys they found later in the draft that have turned into very nice players. Braden Fisk, Colby Turner, Byron Young. You can go down the line with the guys they were able to find.
Put it this way, I hate the fact that Wyatt Milan got injured in camp, because then you would have seen, like, okay, did they hit with that guy? That was a 3rd-round pick. Is that a guy they found? Like, that's what they need. That's what I think they need to do right now on the offensive line. They need to find those 3rd, 4th, 5th-round guys that hit.
Yeah.
That really, that you're like, all right, this guy is this. We know he's this. He can be this. And those are the guys I think where you really got to hit. It's those guys. It's the corners, like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round corners that you see all the time in the league, growing to terrific players. The positions, Leon, where it takes a little bit to develop into what you can be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the verdict is still out. The verdict is still out on them as far as draft pick goes, because nobody's really flourished. Injuries or whatever,
right?
It's taking its toll on their first upcoming draft pick.
Right. They might love Ransom, they might love Milan, but we haven't seen any.
Yeah, because essentially, I mean, last year's draft picks that they picked, they'll be rookies, to be quite honest with you, going into this season.
Including Travis Hunter, really.
Exactly, Travis Hunter. So, I mean, the verdict is still out on them. We know what they can do in the free agency as far as moving and maneuvering the right pieces. So, I want to see how they double down this year when it comes to the draft, because you ain't got no first-round pick. So, you got these guys that you pick from the 2nd round, the 3rd round on moving forward. They've got to be impactful in some capacity, along with the guys that you picked the year before to make sure they come along as well.
I put a poll question out today, and you guys can throw your 2 cents in on it, and then you guys can go to X at 1010XL Joe C or any of us, and just throw your 2 cents in. It's pie in the sky, but at least I threw it out there because NFL Rumors, one of the accounts on X, said that there are 4 teams that are looking at Mike Evans, and the Jaguars may be one of them. Well, Mike Evans is at the end of his career. Baker and company don't want to let him go down there in Buccaneer Town, but this is the first time he's going to hit free agency, at least right now. Would you be interested in him? Well,
negative, Ghost Rider.
Setting aside the cap money that you have to deal with, Mike Evans is a certain Hall of Famer, but he's also long in tooth.
He is.
And he just came back from injury and didn't – like he had, 11 or 12 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, just a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Great player. You'd have to get him with some incentives and whatnot if you did it.
Well, it's also going to cost you to get him, too.
Yes, I agree. And then doing that would also signal that you're going to put Travis Hunter more on the defensive side than you are on the offensive side.
I think that's a given now anyway. I can't imagine that Travis Hunter is going to start a receiver.
Yeah.
And then be like a 10 or 12 or 15 play guy at corner. He's got to be a starting corner. I think from what has happened with Parker Washington, right? And with Jacoby Myers, I think there's no doubt that script has now flipped.
Yeah.
He is now a corner.
It's funny because Coach Campo and I, and we'll hear from him tomorrow, but we had long discussions, and I probably came over to his camp as opposed to me just deciding it on my own, but he saw corner first, receiver second, a Deion Sanders.
Well, he's a defensive backs coach too.
Yes, exactly.
We all know where Camps is coming
He definitely has his favorite sons on that side of the football, but at the same time, logically speaking, who he would have to go up against is something this team needs on that side of the ball. It's something this team was missing against Buffalo on that side of the ball at the end. We just answered a question with 10-10 Ozzie about Buster Brown, keeping him. Right now, you're basing that on not knowing what Travis Hunter is as far as a secondary player, right?
Well, I mean,
truly,
Well, listen, the Jaguars have the leverage now. To be honest with you, I mean, it's no more of this, violin playing, lighting incense type of thing when it comes to Travis Hunter, okay? With the music and trying to appease them, okay?
Yeah.
That's out the window. You say, listen,
it's time to play ball.
Exactly. It's time to play ball. Your natural position. Thank you, JJ. Your natural position is corner. And we'll get you some spots at the wide receiver spot, but we need you. And if he's a team player, if you tell him we need you at corner, what else could he say?
Well, I also like the idea. He's not the most physical guy. We debated and talked about it with his lighter frame. We'll find out if he adds weight, maintains quickness and strength, all that stuff, what he can do. But if you throw at him and he starts to pick off footballs, then people will start to not throw at him, and he won't have to be necessarily that physical guy that people are saying he may or may not be.
Yes, but Unicorn better start getting bigger, okay?
Yeah, he got to be bigger.
Unicorn needs to get bigger.
Listen, I'll never forget the Cincinnati Bengal game where he played against, and then not your boy Chase.
The tight end, the last throw.
No. I'm talking about the other wide receiver, T. Higgins. First of all, he towered over him.
Posted him, yeah.
And then it was a run play, and he hit him with his two hands so hard, I thought he pushed him about 10 yards back, bro.
Yeah.
And I said, well, bro, you got to put on some weight. For real, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that'll scare
that can't happen. Yeah, it scared me a lot.
Yeah.
He's got to get well over 200.
Yeah, he's got to get some solid weight.
I don't know what he played out last year, but it couldn't have been any more than 185.
Yeah.
Well, they said it came in at 188, and so that's with a helmet on, probably.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
fully padded.
Yeah. All right, so you guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures 641-1010. We are hanging out at the Ale House, Mandarin Ale House, right here on San Jose Boulevard. Bud Light build up to the weekend. You can get ready for the Super Bowl. We have got some prop bets with our beer boys that we're giving away. So as a matter of fact, JJ, 641-1010. We might throw one of you guys on, but if you're out and about, you want to get into basically a 3-prop bet contest. We ask you 3 prop bets. JJ will take a few of you off air, throw you in the contest. If you run the table, get all 3 right, you'll go into the drawing. We'll give out some nice beer prize goodies from guys like our buddies from North Florida Sales, Matt, the Corona Cat, all of them, along with Bud Light. So 641-1010. Call JJ. If he wants to throw one of you on the air, we will. 641-1010. We will do it coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. The thrill of victory. The agony of defeat. That's why we're here.
It's like you said, it's all hard.
1010 XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Hey, it's Taylor. Valentine's Day is quickly approaching. Don't fall into the same routine of last-minute grocery store runs, picked-over flowers, and forgettable chocolates. Make a new play this year with a gift from Peterbrook Chocolatier. Choose from beautifully crafted artisan chocolates or a gift basket filled with the perfect mix of sweet, salty, crunchy, and creamy treats. With 15 North Florida locations, you likely drove past one today. Up your game this Valentine's Day with a gift that truly impresses. Find your closest location at peterbrook.com. That's peterbrook.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus, straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
If a birthday or an anniversary is looming in your future, take care of it today by ordering a floral arrangement online at CuneFlowers.com. Hi, Flying Jacko here. Take it from me. An arrangement from Cune Flowers works like magic.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-7098.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-7098. That's 800-575-7098.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So in Wednesday's practice, Seahawks DB Nicky Minwari, the rookie from South Carolina, plays mostly safety, plays some corner, injured his ankle. Severity of the injury is not known, but the quote from Mike McDonald says, "We'll kind of go from here and figure out what the next steps are."
Oh, boy. That is vague, and next steps means that they may need to be looking somewhere for replacement help. Who knows?
Oh, that means he's going to get shot up.
Yeah, very true too. It could be that.
He's a critical guy in that secondary. He's played really well. He's a guy that can cover as a safety when teams go 3 and 4 and 5 wide. He's a good cover safety too, man.
He was the guy that we looked at quite a bit in our conversations, not knowing what Eric Murray would be because he was basically a 10-year guy anyway. Murray came in and played well, but him and Warren would have been a nice guy to have, that's for sure. When did he go? He went before Ransaw was
he's first round, I thought.
I thought he was early second. He might have been first. I'm not sure. All right, 641-1010. We did hook up a couple of our listeners. Our
35th pick.
35th
pick.
Okay, so right outside the first round. JJ got some prop bettors off the air. We're going to get a couple on the air, and we'll give you a chance a little bit later on if we can to open up the prop window one more time. But let's do it right now as we hang out at the Mandarin Ale House right here on San Jose Boulevard. Come on by and say, hey, we've got Kevin on the line. Kevin, how you doing, bro?
Doing great. Thank you, Joe.
Hey, man, we appreciate you listening to us. Who do you like in this game, first off, before we mark down your prop bet? Seahawks or Patriots?
Seattle.
Okay, all right. I'm telling you, a lot
said
of
that
people,
begrudgingly.
I know. A lot of people think it's just, do you think it's going to be a walk-away, bro?
No, I just don't like New England, man. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
There you go.
If you want to use that as an argument, I'll take it. That's for sure. There's some Brady haters out there, some Belly haters. All right, Kev, here we go. In honor of Belly and the Patriots back in the day, this is a nod to Mike Vrabel. Will a Patriots linebacker catch a touchdown pass? You say yes or no. All right, no, you're a smart man. You're a smart man going with that. You never know. Vrabel may say, hey, Josh McDaniels, work that in, but I'm putting you down as a no. Also, in a nod to what happened before with the Seahawks and the Patriots, will Seattle attempt a pass from the opponent's 1-yard line?
No.
Okay, no, I feel like he's off to a nice start. He may be 2-0. All right, let me give you one more.
But that could easily be a yes. You know that. It could be a 3rd and goal situation where they've tried 2 straight runs. Yeah, that could easily be a yes. But I agree with them. It's a better no.
All right, Kev, last one for you. Which team will score first, Seahawks or Patriots?
Seahawks.
I try and read people's minds. I already typed it in. Mass my witness. There it is. All right, Kev, you got to run the table. Once you do, then we will get in touch with whoever we draw winners' names out, okay?
I love you guys. Bye.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, so Kev's in there with 3 prop bets. Let's get Kurt with our next set of 3 prop bets. Kurt, you're on XLP. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, sir. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Who do you like in this game?
Seattle. For my stepdad's a big Seattle fan, so I got them.
Okay, no problem there. All right, are you a heads man or a tails man? Coin toss. That's your first prop bet. Will it be heads or tails?
Tails.
All right, tails.
Up to the rear, tails.
Yeah. Listen, I'm all about it too, man. I'm with you, man. All right, so
another softball thrown out there for you.
Exactly. All right, here you go, Kurt. Which highlight will be shown first by the who are we doing? NBC? Which highlight will be shown first? The Patriots goal line INT from the Super Bowl with Malcolm Butler, or the Mike Vrabel Super Bowl touchdown catch?
More memorable one's probably the interception. So
okay, INT, and I like that play. All right, let me give you one more. Let's make sure I got these right and spread out. Will either team score during the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter? Kurt says.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be close, so field goal or something.
Love it. All right, that means you might be taking that 4.5. All right, Kurt, we got you down, bro. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Hey, don't forget, Vrabel's got 6 for her.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you, man.
Did you guys hear it? Did you guys hear that one on the podcast?
On which one?
I think it was Hanging with the Boys or something.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think it was one of ours.
Yeah.
Okay, but
he had that. Yeah, just look it up. He had that comment a few years ago about the what he would do for Super Bowl. He expanded on it. Yesterday.
Oh, right. Yes.
I'm kind of remembering that now. All right. Thank you, Kurt.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Good stuff there.
Busting with the
It
boys.
was another one. Yes. Busting with the boys when he said still has 6. Yes. Got it.
So, Vrabel, how much did he glean from his time under Belly, which is what Gerald Ingram, one of our coaches, was talking about the other day. How much does he know about the biggest ball game? You played in the biggest ball game, Big Sirs. How much did, everything goes up stakes-wise. Every moment is so much bigger. He has seen it, done it, and dealt with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the game. You can't make the game bigger than what it is.
Right.
I mean, although a lot of people, you can't make it just any other game either. It's the Super Bowl. It's the freaking Super Bowl. It's somewhere in the middle. You've got to be in between. You can't be too high or too low with it. Understand the importance of it, and you got to start fast. That was our the reason why we lost that Super Bowl, because we're down 13-0 before we could blink your eye.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cowboys played like they've been there before because they did, and we didn't, and they capitalized on that. So the key is you got to start fast. Turnovers, no penalties, can't be behind the sticks, and at some point it's not just another game, but it's an important game, and that's how you got to approach it.
Yeah,
you just got to approach it that way.
Well, you're only going to be given so many opportunities. You know that as well as any of us, based on the early part of your career. You thought you were going to get back.
Yeah, you can't make the assumption that you're going to be back.
No,
play hungry, too hard to win.
Play inspired.
Yeah,
and I'm just trying to figure out whether I've got to believe Mike Vrabel has been a head coach longer than Mike McDonald has. This is his second gig. He's gotten a team to the Super Bowl, which is very hard to do. Number one, but then also in your second job to be able to get your team in just your first year of coaching them to the Super Bowl, which is incredible when you think about it. All right, I'm gonna throw a Super Bowl ukulele question at you two right
Look at
now.
him turning the laptop like I'm looking at his laptop.
Listen,
don't you think that I would rather do it without cheating?
Well, listen, we have witnesses here.
Beating you without cheating?
We have witnesses here. A certain lady may have dropped bombs. Just trying to make sure that we do this properly.
All right.
And that it's all factual. Okay. So, and these are Super Bowl related questions, which I love. So I figured we'd throw them out, get a couple of them in there today and tomorrow as we get ready for it. All right. Sam Darnold, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, has played with 5 teams in his NFL career.
Okay.
You guys could probably name those pretty quickly. That is the most for a quarterback making his first Super Bowl start since who?
Nick Foles.
That's a good one.
Good one, JJ.
It's a really good one. 5 teams he's played on.
I'm thinking.
It's the most since who?
Oh, no. Foles didn't play on that many.
No, but it was still a good guess. At least you got the pride of Jacksonville worked into the answer.
Well,
what about
it's nobody from the AFC recently because you got Mahomes and.
What about Jake Delhomme? Was he a guy who floated around, or was
he played for?
What about
couple teams?
Trent Dilfer?
Dilfer played for a couple teams.
Dilfer doesn't exist, but Dilfer, yes.
Dilfer exists.
That's French.
Dilbert was the comic.
I just put the hyphen on the back of it. Made it French.
It's the T that you eliminated from soft. Goes to the end.
There you go.
Exactly. 5 teams for Darnold. That's the most since who. By the way,
hang on.
By the way, this guy played for 6 teams.
Wow.
6 teams.
Is it Brad Johnson?
Nope.
No, not Brad.
And I know we got to get to the answer, but this guy's name has been mentioned within the last.
Give us time frame.
This guy's name has been mentioned on this show within the last 3 days.
Wow.
Craig Morton?
A Monday, Tuesday, or a Wednesday.
Is it Craig Morton?
Nope. I feel like we brought this name was mentioned. I believe it was this week with one of our
starter.
perfectos.
Listen, as soon as
Give
the
us a
show
time
is
frame,
over,
real quick,
I
time
just
frame.
instantly forget about the entire show. I black it out.
Yeah, I figured it out a lot.
You're not going to give us a time frame. Give us a little.
No, I'm not.
No.
All right, I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
it's not in the 21st century. How about that?
Okay.
I got nothing.
Wow.
All right, you ready?
Yes,
This
please.
guy played for the Indianapolis Colts, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Arizona Cardinals, the St. Louis Rams, the Houston Oilers, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Chicago Bears. This dude was all over the place. His name is Chris
Miller.
Chandler.
Chris Chandler.
Chris Chandler.
Yeah.
I
Chris
believe-
Chandler started for the Falcons?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
1998.
Yes.
And I believe
I was thinking it was
said-
Chris Miller.
Jamal
I think you
Anderson.
said Chris Chandler
Yeah,
the other day.
yeah. I was thinking it was Chris Miller.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go.
Chris
6
Chandler.
different teams.
Oh, my God. Remember
Yeah.
him?
That Super Bowl
that's
was
crazy.
terrible.
Wow.
That was
that was
Denver's or Elway's second, right?
The Falcons got there because the Vikings missed a field goal.
Yeah, Morton
right?
Anderson. Not Morton Anderson.
The other
but
Anderson.
other Anderson.
It was Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson.
Who missed it. That kept Randy Moss and all of them out
Yeah,
of it.
out of it.
And then
That was Dante and Randy Moss. And,
yeah. And then who do they play?
The Falcons played
Denver.
Was it
right?
Denver.
and got
Yeah.
killed.
In Miami.
Yeah, and
That was part of
back to
Denver's
back.
back-to-back. Yeah.
Yeah, back to
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
They won in 97 and 98.
Yes.
And so, it's crazy. And so that would have been, was that Dan Reeves coaching them?
Yeah. It was
Yes.
38
So it was
to
his-
38 to
'cause
6.
it was the big it was the big Elway Dan Reeves thing.
Yeah, and it
remember?
was his old club beating the heck out of his new club.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was a pretty good one. 6 teams for Chris Chandler. All right, we'll keep it rolling.
It wasn't
XL
38 to
Primetime.
6.
Yeah.
We had one boy in the text line got it, by the way.
No, he did?
Yeah.
Love it. The Nooners, the Primetimers are smart people. That's why they listen to
34-19. 34-19.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That was the
It was
Eugene
still
Robinson.
still terrible.
It was the Eugene Robinson Man of the Year Super Bowl.
That was.
Yes.
That's exactly
yes.
what
He
it
just
was.
picked up his award.
That's
and then went
exactly
cruising,
what it was.
went cruising down some questionable avenue and got arrested for solicitation.
Could have just called me. He could have just called me. I could have told him.
You could
I'll go there.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Oh, real quick. What was the story? There was somebody right in front of him or right after him. What was, do you remember that, sirs?
Uh,
All right, we'll investigate that one.
We might not want to throw that guy under the bus on the air.
Okay. All right. We'll investigate that. It is XL Primetime from the Ale House, beautiful Mandarin Ale House on San Jose Boulevard. Drop on by.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Sports sounds better on radio.
I love it. I love it.
You get the most live sports on 1010XL.
San Jose Collision in Mandarin is proud to be an iCar Gold Class collision repair facility. That means they meet the industry's highest training standards. Experience the difference at San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Northeast Florida isn't just where we work, it's our home. I'm Chris Campione, and when an accident turns your life upside down, you need a law firm that truly understands this community. At Campione Law, we treat our clients like neighbors, not case numbers, and you don't pay a dime unless we recover for you. From semi-truck accidents to medical malpractice and even workers' compensation, we handle it all. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
If you're listening to 1010 and you're a parent, chances are your kids are playing sports. Check out i9sports.com with spring and summer registration open right now. In the gym or on the field, and now at Tokoi Creek High School and Westside Middle. Check it out, i9sports.com.
Looking for a great way to give back and enjoy some friendly competition? Join us for Operation New Uniforms Veterans Cup on Friday, April 10th. This competitive clay shoot tournament is a fun afternoon on the range, followed by awards, a reception, and time to connect with others who care about supporting veterans. Your participation helps Operation New Uniform empower veterans, transitioning service members, and military spouses as they move into meaningful careers. Put your teams together and join us on April 10th. Register today at onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
Low mortgage rates are back. Listen, Loan Pronto has fixed rate mortgages with APRs as low as 4.89%. It's the lowest in years. Hey, gang, Prosser here. Smart homeowners are taking advantage of this while they can. If you got stuck in a 6% loan, you can lower your payment big time, or you can keep your primary mortgage intact, get cash out, equity with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loans. One homeowner just got $250,000 out of their home. They paid off all their credit cards, some car loans, and cut their monthly expense by $2,000. Call now. See what option works best for you, but don't miss this big rate drop of 2026. Ask about new home loans, VA loans, full cash-out refis, or their famous rapid equity loan. You can close in less than 2 weeks. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments altogether. Call 904-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com. No hard credit pull. 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. APR for well-qualified buyers.
Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee. Can you imagine owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Imagine enjoying fresh produce from the garden, fruit from the orchard, meats from the smokehouse. Every meal is a true farm-to-table experience all year long. Belong to a place where your family can choose nature over screens, spending their days feeding animals, picking berries, and fishing in the farm's pond. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Barry, your local orthopedic surgeon. In the wintertime here in Jacksonville, it does get pretty cold, and sometimes you wake up with aches and pains in your shoulders and knees. Don't forget to stretch and stay mobilized so these joints don't stiffen up. And if that doesn't work, you can see us at Barry Orthopedics, where we can give you the treatment that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Barry and the entire staff at BarryOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is, although Devin Lloyd is not in the pecking order like the front of the class as far as things of importance in the defensive front, you can't let impactful guys go. You got to find a way to sign them. Absolutely got to find a way to sign them, because you can't lose guys like that.
At the very least, those numbers were a little more palatable, right?
Yeah, you got to find a way to sign them. I mean, I think the importance, I think it goes interior D lineman, outside pass rush, lockdown corner, then linebacker. But like you said, Mag, he's a locker room guy. Guys like him. And what kind of message are you sending to the team when a guy bets on himself, balls out, and you let him walk?
Well, you didn't let the last guy that did that. The last guy, it's a more important position, obviously. But the last guy that you said proved it.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a gigantic contract. And since then, it's been decent.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
On a scale of 1 to 10, since then, it's been like 6.
5.5.
I give him more than that. I might have given him 6.5 because it's pressures.
With the hook.
My golden moment is you should be happy you're in this situation.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
You should be happy that you're in a situation of you've got an all-pro, second-team all-pro linebacker.
You mean
that you're debating whether you want to keep or not.
Like you mean happy that these guys are no longer part of the team?
Yes. I'm looking at Joe's computer right now, and these guys are just dead. I mean, Javon Foster, what a waste of a fourth-round pick.
Javon Foster,
Jordan Jefferson, waste of a fourth-round pick.
Tyler Lacey, another fourth-round pick.
Tank Bigsby, third round. What did they give for Tank, by the way, when they traded him?
A later-round pick, probably in the sixth range, if I remember right.
Was Tyler Lacey a third or a fourth?
He was a fourth-rounder.
DeAndre Prince was a third or fourth?
He was a fifth, I believe.
Keelan Robinson was a sixth.
Sixth, yeah.
They got a fifth and a sixth for Tank.
Okay. Hell yeah, man.
Kidding me.
Hell
anyway,
yeah.
back to my original point. As before I start getting really annoyed by that, you should be very happy you're in this situation. That you've got a second-team All-Pro linebacker, and you're debating whether you're going to keep him or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the rest of your roster is important. Because you have a team that won 13 games. Because your window now is there to win and win big in this league. Because had you gotten off the field in that playoff game, you might be in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah.
They were the best team in the AFC at the end of the year. So I think they see that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're going to shy too far away from what they had. It's too important to let someone like that go. It's too important to let Etienne go, too. I think they keep both of them. They find a way to keep both of them. And I think it's going to be like the Rams, how the Rams do it. They'll find a way to do it.
I would like to make this that just happened from Florida Home AC, but
that just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
JJ will do it no matter what. He's just Johnny on the spot. He's so quick. He's so good. Because it's really not of that, but I love that we did it because yesterday was National Signing Day. I don't know if anybody isn't that classic?
It's unreal
that it happened and didn't happen. Did you hear of any news that happened yesterday?
No, nothing.
Okay, we're going to play some sound from John Summerall. No H, no E, but he is he, because he had to have a presser when it was National Signing Day.
Yeah.
And I think basically, can you make a new title in USA Today Sports that it's the player.
You come up with one of your fun little,
Yeah,
It's non-football signing day.
Yeah, player
because it is signing day for every other sport.
But it's the every other winter sports signing day.
Could you call it player acquisition deadline? It's just not national.
No, because they
day
don't have to sign. They don't have to sign. That's the first. That's the second day.
Beginning of it, I got
it's the second day they can sign. There's not like an end. They could sign all the way up to before they go into class.
Okay, so here's John Summerall. And first one, lighthearted. I love it. He worked Tim Tebow into the conversation. I love Timmy. He was talking about just basically with the way the transfer portal and everything is working, the NIL, the Alabama player coming back after 3 years in the G League. Anyway, here's your Florida football head coach.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on sharing this today, but we're going to file a temporary restraining order and see if Tim Tebow can play short yardage and goal line, all right, quarterback. So I don't know what the hell is going on with all that. I don't understand it. I'm not smart to figure it out. I'm not going to make any statements that's going to be bulletin board other than Tebow probably here because I'm not smart enough to understand all this legal stuff. To me, you're either in college or you're pro. Which one are you?
It is pretty simple, is it not? Big?
Yeah, he's playing the room. You can never go wrong with Tim Tebow, especially if you're Florida. He's playing the room, which is cool. Yeah. I understand it, yeah.
All right, so let's stay with the position that Timmy played, quarterback battle. Anyone named starter yet, John Summerall?
Buster's very confident in Philo and his readiness to be a high-level player. And so that made me more confident because he saw him every day for the last couple of years. So that was a huge part of that. If Buster hadn't been with him, I probably would have had more questions. But, when a guy's been around somebody that long and seen it since a younger age, you feel better about it. And then I would also say, too, I think it also is probably an endorsement of how I feel about Trammell. I think Trammell's got a really high ceiling, too. So I'm excited about – and it's not just down to those two guys yet. My first year at Tulane, Darian Mensah was the third quarterback until 2 weeks before the first game. So we're going to compete. Everybody is going to get what they earn. There is no starting quarterback yet.
By the way, I love how when guys that aren't really from that area say Tulane, not Tulane. Tulane.
Yeah. That's Tulane lager.
Tulane, baby.
And I'm glad you don't have that Rafa Salafusa one never got past number one.
Thank you. I can guarantee you he don't say Tulane.
No, Tulane.
So here's the way I look at this with the whole quarterback situation there. I completely agree with him. If Buster Faulkner says this guy can be an elite player, I'm taking his word for it, right?
And he goes in.
And he's invested in Buster Faulkner, who could have basically coached wherever he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
He could have literally gone any school he wanted to, including Georgia, where he started out. So it was a big move for him. He gave him the leeway, Buster Faulkner the leeway. And here's another thing, too, I think people have to, at some point, come to grips with. DJ Lagway is going to go to Baylor under Jake Spadoval, who's the OC there, who Sawyer Robinson was the number one passer in the nation last year. He just had an unbelievable season because it's a good offense. And it's a quarterback-friendly offense, okay?
Dave Aranda just basically turned it over.
Yes,
said,
gave it to him. DJ Lagway is going to have a big season next year. If you're a Florida fan, you're just going to have to deal with that.
And it's going to make you crazy.
It'll make you crazy, but you have to understand that if you're John Summerall, you're going into that situation at Florida. DJ Lagway and Billy Napier were not only joined at the hip, they were literally what Billy Napier was all about. Because it wasn't just the last 2 years of DJ Lagway. It was Billy recruiting him. Remember? He's getting this huge, great DJ Lagway recruit. This is where it's all going to change. It's all we've heard about for 3 years. And you still got nothing out of it. So he could not win by keeping that cat on the roster. He couldn't win. If he ended up being a great player, then great, you win, right?
Right.
But odds are, if he doesn't, and he doesn't fit the system that Buster Faulkner is using, or he doesn't beat out Aaron Philo, then what?
Well,
you're pulled right back into that mess you had for the previous 3 years.
You're inviting something that you don't want, and
he had to get rid of him.
The other
he had
part,
to.
The other part of it is I feel like, I don't know whether I would 100% agree with he had to, but the other part of it is that he wants to put himself in a position where he's taking this team in a different direction. And I think he challenged DJ Lagway, hey, you can stay. You're going to compete for the job. It is not yours. And that I appreciate.
Right. I also think, let's not make this, I want to be very clear. He didn't run him off. Yeah. I think DJ Lagway was just as
already said
being,
on leaving.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go too.
Exactly. Anyway, we got to bring up one other thing. A Georgia dude arrested. So let's at least bring it up. It's XL Primetime from the Mandarin Ale House. Beautiful but chilly Jacksonville afternoon.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King, is turning up the flavor with new char wings. These wings are charbroiled, never fried, grilled to perfection for a big taste without the grease. Grab them as a 3-piece or 10-piece side, or make it a meal with a 6 or 8-piece combo, served with rice and a drink. Order pickup or delivery today from any of Flame Broiler's 5 Jacksonville locations, or call 904-619-2786. Flame Broiler. Bold flavor done right.
Give a unique gift this Valentine's Day to that special person in your life with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Hello, I'm Ed Jackson, president of Ned Jackson Income Tax. Ned Jackson Income Tax has been preparing tax returns in Jacksonville for over 80 years. Our tax preparers at Ned Jackson Income Tax have years of knowledge and experience to help you get your highest possible tax refund and are fully trained on all IRS updates, including the One Big Beautiful Bill. Visit one of Ned Jackson's 4 locations, including our downtown office at 255 North Liberty Street. That's Ned Jackson Income Tax, 356-0349.
Finding the perfect romantic gift she'll treasure forever? It's easier than you think at Beard's Diamonds this Valentine's Day. We've curated a stunning selection of timeless, affordable jewelry she'll absolutely love. Dazzling rings, sparkling earrings, elegant pendants and bracelets, set with brilliant diamonds or colorful gemstones. Classic gold that never goes out of style. And you can't beat the wow factor of top brand designer jewelry. At Beard's, we've got it all under one roof. And right now, we're cranking up the romance with an unbeatable limited time offer. Save up to 40% on all diamond stud earrings, pendants, and tennis bracelets. Imagine her face lighting up when she opens that signature Beards box on February 14th. Pure magic that lasts a lifetime. Guys, cards, flowers, and candy are sweet, but nothing says I love you forever like a sparkling gift she'll wear and cherish every single day. And that gift is on major sale right now. Plus, Beards is your local Jacksonville jeweler, family owned and community strong for over 45 years. Right here in the St. John's Town Center. Not some Wall Street chain. We're your neighbors, and we're here for you. Hurry in today. Don't wait. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you. 1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Thursday, restored by Rebound Rehab, with 12 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Mandarin Ale House, that's where we are, hanging out on a overcast, cold, but still a good Thursday to be out and about. If you want to drop on by, Barstool weather is what I always tell you when it comes to days like this, and you can head on in, enjoy a cold pint. You got bucket specials with Bud Light, and they've got, of course, the build-up to the Super Bowl on Sunday. Looking forward to that. We need to get to London Seymour, the son of Richard Seymour, the Georgia defensive tackle who finds himself in trouble. First, let's get a quick that right now.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right, so this is a quick update on Seahawks safety Nicky Manwari, who rolled his ankle in practice on Wednesday. Mike McDonald, Seahawks coach, says it's a low ankle sprain.
Okay.
Says he will go through walkthrough, and that'll determine how much, if any at all, he practices today.
Okay.
Says Manwari tells him he's confident he'll play Sunday.
That's better than a low-grade high ankle, which is what Brian Thomas had to deal with. Okay, real quick. London Seymour, you ready for this, sirs? He's a freshman, University of Georgia. We know that they have had their trials with the Athens police.
He's a walk-on. Let's be fair about this, okay? He's a walk-on.
Charged with 11 felony counts of criminal damage to property for alleged incidents that took place early December at the UGA Residence Hall. Apparently, there is a TikTok challenge that basically involves kicking the door down, and they say this is not unlike what we did back in the as kids, the ding-dong ditching that we did. Now they've got the door challenge, kicking down the door, Leon. That's where we're at now, the door kick challenge.
That's crazy. Plus, I didn't ding-dong ditch.
You didn't ding-dong ditch?
You did?
Might have.
You paused, so that means you did it.
Yeah.
What you did.
So,
I mean, how terrifying is that? You kicking down people's doors and stuff like that.
You might get shot.
Yeah, bro.
Well, this is
you go to the wrong neighborhood or the wrong person.
But this is in the UGA Residence Hall, so you're just going to have to make an assumption.
Hey, at this point,
I would expect a Georgia student.
packing.
Yeah, a Georgia student. I would expect them to be packing.
Yeah. You never know. But I do love the fact that the attorney has already stepped in and basically says this should be resolved quickly. So
that's just dumb, bro.
We will find out. But the first one I read, JJ, back me up here if you have it. It was like a total of 131 counts.
Originally, that's what I saw as well. So it made me think, like, dang, this guy just kicked in the door of every single dorm room in the entire place.
Yeah, it's like, where does this stuff come from? But apparently, that is
everything
a big deal.
is a TikTok challenge, Joe.
Yeah, and you can always blame whatever dumb thing you do on social media, which is,
I guess,
like uber convenient in today's world. All I ever did, like KC asked me, "What the hell were you thinking?" And I'm like, I don't know. That was my only answer. I had no other answer. What were you? I don't know. I could have said TikTok if we were around back then. All right, let's say hello to Helmutson here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Lauren Brooks joins us now. Helmutson Heels. You all are set up at Closets by Design. What's going on?
Yeah, Joe, I don't know if you can see us on the live stream quite yet from yours, but we are here at Closets by Design in their garage. So there's a 1972 BMW motorcycle just behind us. There's a bar back here. There's closets and there's everything you could ever want. A man cave. It is fantastic.
That is pretty awesome. So the setup is perfect, and that's why people can see what you guys are doing with Closets by Design.
Absolutely. It is a gorgeous facility here. Every single part of it they've thought of to a T. And so, yeah, we'll tell everybody about Closets by Design throughout the show. And, of course, we'll talk some football as well because we have football on Sunday, as y'all are well aware of. We're also going to talk to Brad Johnson, former Super Bowl quarterback.
So where is Closets by Design if they want to drop by?
Sure, it's on Phillips Highway, just near Emerson.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll be listening. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so Phillips, and there's a ton of businesses, especially as you roll up north on Phillips towards Emerson, so drop on by and check it out. The the idea that we are going to consume as much food as we possibly can on Sunday, I want you guys to start setting up your menu for us, because we had a great menu here at the Mandarin Ale House. So start thinking about that. We'll ask you for those texts tomorrow and have a little fun with it. But we had a good time today. We say thanks to everybody here, Zoe, and everybody that heads up the Mandarin Ale House. You can drop on by and make it one of your stops, especially when you're getting ready for the Super Bowl with a cold Bud Light. We are done. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, and JJ. We'll take it back to JJ.
XL